So today I have decided to do something really special, but something that I have never really wanted to speak about as we prepare some rice and peas. I believe it's going to help someone somewhere. It's about my school journey, and this is going to be my high school journey. So it so happened, what I'm trying to do today is motivate someone who maybe has given up because things did not go exactly as they planned, or maybe they expected more. Mostly this is a video meant to those people who just finished Form 4, those people who already finished Form 4, like myself. I finished back in 2015, so I've been out for quite a while, and it took me time to really accept things as they happened. I was depressed. I believe nobody really noted that I was depressed. Even right now, thinking about it, I feel like crying. I was depressed for almost 3 years because of something that happened within a day. So all my high school days, I was a performer. The lowest grade I ever got was a B minus. That was my lowest. I have never ever gotten anything below B minus. I really used to perform. I was a performer, and I didn't have to struggle a lot for these grades. And so I knew I was meant for greatness. I wanted to become a lawyer. I knew I would make it. No doubt. I really knew that I've just done exactly what the opposite. So I knew I was meant for greatness, and I really started towards that. If you ask anybody who studied with me back in high school, they'll tell you I was a performer, and they'll tell you I really studied. I was always the best in class. I was topping the block. I remember my class teacher always used to say that being the best is very easy. Being number one, this is how she used to say it. I'll quote her. Being number one is very easy, but maintaining it, hey, maintaining the first position in school is no joke. In your class is no joke. But thanks to God, I was able to maintain my good grades, my position. I was able to do that. So here came KCSE. I was very sure I'm going to perform. I had studied. In fact, the only subject that maybe I knew I won't really perform very well because I was very weak at it was chemistry. But the other subjects I was Nike. I remember English was just a walk in the park for me. Maths, biology, history. History was just CRE. In fact, I used to relate everything that we learnt in high school about CRE with my Sunday school. I remember the trumpet entry of Jesus Christ. My Sunday school teacher had elaborated it so well that even when I went to high school, I really didn't struggle. I would hear his voice in my mind anytime I wrote the essay about the trumpet entry of Jesus Christ into Jerusalem. I am really feeling emotional, bearing in mind this is 2022, and this is something that happened back in 2016 because I did my KCSE in 2015. That I started my KCSE in fact on my birthday, and finished my KCSE on the 3rd of November, and so went home on the 4th of November. I was the first student out of 152 students to leave that year. My mom was an early bird. I remember the struggles that we had to go through just to get to Nyeri because I used to school in Thika. So I am confident I have done my best. Hey. In fact, I had written down earlier on, I had written down what I wanted to become. I had really planned my life from 18 years to 24. I am currently 24 years, and it is when I had planned my life from 18 years to 24 years. So literally, this is the year I don't have a plan, but nothing went according to plan. I was to become a lawyer. For you to become a lawyer, you need good grades. I won't tell you exactly what I scored, but I scored something that I had never scored ever in my life. And so I failed. So I immediately went into depression. Like serious depression. My sister was a performer. She performed very well. And her life was looking good. I had failed. And so I felt like I had not just failed for myself, I had failed my dad, I had failed my mom. I had failed everybody who knew me. Mostly I had failed my grandfather. Because every time I went home, my grandfather would ask for my report form. He would be the first person to read it, we'd analyze it with him. And so he was confident I am going to become the lawyer I wanted to become. Long story short, I failed to an extent. Yes, I would have gone to campus, yes. I had the entry marks for campus, but I didn't understand how I'm going to campus and study anything if not law. I didn't. I didn't understand how you're telling me that I am going to any other university if not the Nairobi University. I did. That is where I felt I was destined to be. That is where I had always, in fact, if I went there with my mock results, I would have been admitted. And so what I decided was to retake the class. I was not confident enough to go back to the school I used to study. I remember talking to my deputy via a phone call. She tells me that I can still go back to the same school I had done my first KCSE in, and I'm going to be sponsored. But I didn't see how I'm going to study with the people who are behind me. I really didn't see. No. So I ended up making a rush decision where I admitted myself into a day school, not in my county, not near home, in Murang'a County. I won't mention the name of the school. So I was living outside the school, I was living alone. So I started my life at 17. I moved out at 17 years. Can even remember the size of my house. So I had already become my own parent because I was only 17 years. Still kind of naive. Yes. So I'm there. I'm trying to study. I am already depressed. I was not able to still get the mark that I wanted. But there's something I've never spoken about, I think, to anyone. There was this secretary in that school. Again, I won't mention her name. And this chemistry teacher. We used to live in the same plot. Now you know I'm living outside, just next to the school, where most of the teachers were living. She hated me. She thought I was competing with her because she was using, in her life, let's say my standards of living and her standards were living, I was living much more better. So they literally hated me because they didn't understand how a student was living alone. That is one. And my life was kinda posh for a student in a village school. So they started accusing me of things that I have never even thought to do up to my age right now. It really hit me so hard. So very hard. Up to now it still hurts because they started accusing me of things that I have never done up to now. I have never even thought of doing them. Up to now, it still hurts whenever I think about it. I don't know whether I should say exactly what. They started calling me out of class. And you know, it's a village school. Everybody knows everyone, so they'll talk. And the kind of things they were accusing me of are unheard of. In fact, I'll say, if they ever watch this video, and I'm very sure they know themselves, I will say, she was my chemistry teacher in that school and the secretary. He started saying that I'm bringing men in the rental apartment where I was living, which was not true. Up to the age I am at, I don't think I would bring men. And they were saying older men. So I'm like, I am there. She's calling me, telling me, accusing me of such things. I am already depressed. I am trying to study my level best so that I can better my mark. And so I got depressed more. At one point, I even thought of just walking out. So for a whole year, every time, always had a case after case after case. And you know, the way it's like, it's a mixed school. I'm beautiful, so everybody wanted to be associated with me. Up to now, it still affects me anytime I think about it, because I've never understood why a lady teacher would feel competition from an 18-year-old girl who was very innocent, who was just trying to look for education and better her marks. In fact, if she ever watches this video, she should come and apologize. So, what I'm trying to say is, right now, I believe I am doing well. That is what I would say. I am doing well in my own capacity. I believe I am doing, not just well, I'm doing very well. Because right now, I might not have become a lawyer. Yes, I didn't become a lawyer. Maybe one day I'll become a lawyer. I'm still young. I want to tell myself that. Forever 21. But I'm trying to motivate someone who is back at home. Maybe you thought that education is what will bring you out to the world and become someone. If you failed your exams, don't lose hope. Go out there, bleach. Start from the lowest level of certification. Come up. Your degree will never be written like you started it as a certificate. No. Your degree is your degree. Your degree is your pride. If you still feel you need it. First thing first, you have to accept that yes, it did not go well, but I will make things look good. In fact, right now, my dad is always telling me that he admires me. Tells me, my sister tells me I am their family superhero. Because I did not let what I always thought I was meant for. I always thought that books were for me. And by the books loved me and I loved the books. I was the class assistant. Yes, I wasn't a snitch, but I loved helping. So don't give up. Never give up. Never for a single day give up because things didn't go the way you had planned. There's always a second chance. And life has very many second chances. Maybe in another video, to cut this video short, I'll tell you how I was able to reach to where I am. Right now, people who are my age mates, they are doing their those who are able to join campus. This is when they are graduating. But to be very honest, I am in a better position than them. I already have some businesses under my name. I am working. I have a plot somewhere. under my name. And so, never give up. First accept. And if you're if you feel depressed, look for someone to talk to. I was not able to talk it out. In fact, this is the first time I'm ever talking it out loud. I sometimes cry about it, but that was 3 years back. Right now, I already accepted everything as it went. My people, never give up. I hope you like this video. Share, subscribe, and like. Thank you.